The Measuring Show.
Since 1970, MPB has been enriching the lives of Mississippians.
Everything we do gives us the chance to grow and learn.
With your support, we are always there whenever and wherever you need us. Together through the years, together in the future. Please consider making a donation at mpbfoundation.org. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Every parent wants their child to grow, to explore, and to dream big. At MPB, we're proud to support families and teachers across Mississippi with trusted educational programming and resources that inspire learning and spark imagination. From PBS Kids Favorites to digital tools and early learning support, MPB is here for young minds, engaged classrooms, and families who believe in the power of learning at every age. Empowering families, inspiring learners. MPB, your stories, our mission.
You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. I'm Jermaine Flood. It's another Friday. We're going to do this today, though.
We doing it.
We're going to do this today. Today, I am super excited to be on the show with you both because we have got a star-studded lineup today. I'm excited about this. Legends are in the building today. We are turning Next Stop Mississippi into Next Stop Juke Joint.
That's right.
Might as well.
That's what I'm calling it. We might as well. And all in celebration of Black Music Appreciation Month.
Most definitely.
So I'm excited about that. What's been going on with y'all, though, before we get into everything?
Java.
Man, everything. But it is Father's Day weekend, so I want to say happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to
all
y'all,
the
too.
fathers out there.
To y'all, too, right there.
Thank you.
And once again, Kamel, Jermaine just shows.
Always showering us with love.
Happy
Thank you so
Father's Day
much,
to these
Jermaine.
two right here.
Shows why she's one of the best. Simply the
thank
best.
you so
Yep,
much.
I've questioned y'all's children, and they told me you are good fathers. And so I went to Dollar Tree. I went to the place that fathers get gifts from, Dollar Tree.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we do. And we love them.
I racked up.
Right. Thank you so much, Jermaine.
So I really, really do appreciate y'all. And happy
Yes.
Father's Day this weekend.
Thank you. And shout out to my dad, best father in the world, best mentor, my best friend.
Good stuff.
He already know it. Lee King.
Good
so we
stuff.
celebrate him this
Yay!
weekend. Yeah.
That's the Next Stop Mississippi's dad.
That's right. Exactly.
I like that. I can go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our dad.
That's right.
So yeah, just shout out to all the fathers out there and happy Father's Day. My dad taught me a lot, so I am very, very grateful for all that I had gone through while he was here on this earth. So it was good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so last weekend, what did you get into, Kamel?
Cathead.
Okay, I was trying to make sure you remembered.
That sounds like a setup.
Exactly. You're like, hey,
Wait a minute.
I seen you. You know, we say, I seen
I
you.
seen you out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cathead
Cathead
Festival.
Yes, Cathead
yes.
Jam was last Saturday. I went as well. Friday night, got to see Susto String Band.
How was that?
That was amazing. If
Yeah.
you've ever seen the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
It's very much that flavor of music, that bluegrass hill music, but very much with a gospel or a Christian lean to it. So it was nice, very nice. And then Saturday day when it was hot as fire.
It was hot.
At 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah,
I got to see
hot.
the Rumble from New Orleans.
You said you were going.
And
regardless.
I went. I mean, I showed up. I was running in there, and they were on the stage.
Yeah.
Got to see them. They performed great, even in that heat. So it was just a really, really great weekend at Cathead Jam.
Yeah. And look, shout out to Cathead Distillery, everybody over there. Shout out to Ardenland. They do a great job. It just is a wonderful festival that people can come out, really enjoy themselves, bring their lawn chairs, family affair. It was well ran and always is a good thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
good times, good stuff out there. But I heard that you had met somebody.
I did.
While
and
you were at Cathead
It was so
Jam.
special it was only God how it happened. Shall I tell the story?
Tell a little story. We've got that
He could
person.
tell the story.
We've got that person on the line, though.
Okay.
But like set everybody up for this.
Yeah, well, real quick, my wife and I went to the festival. We set up our chairs and our blanket, and a couple came and sat next to us. We introduced ourselves to each other and just said, "How you doing, brother?" And then I introduced myself, walked away, and came back. And he said, I said, you know, how did you hear about the festival? And he was just like, I listen to this show every week called Next Stop Mississippi, and I always find out events. I'm from New Orleans, but I've been living here, and that's how I found out about it. And I love the Blues Trail.
But he didn't know you were on it at this time.
No, he's just talking.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we're looking at each other, and after a while, I was like, "So you like Next Stop?" He was like, "Yeah, man, I love it. I drive trucks. I listen. I work for UPS. I listen to it all the time." And I was just like, "Well, I'm on this." He said, "Man, that's what I thought." I said, "It couldn't be more than one Kamel."
Here he is.
Yeah.
Greg Garrett. Is that the last name? Garrett?
Garnett.
Garnett, yeah.
Greg.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
You're welcome to Next Stop, man. You've been here before, but welcome back.
I'm here. I'm actually here all the time. This is one of the shows I look for just to find out what's going on in Mississippi. You know, because I go down to the coast a lot. I'll go up to Memphis and do things. You know, but listening to you guys, it always. I don't get to do everything. You know, but it's always good to know if there's something to do. If I catch you guys on my Friday evening, you know, when Friday is Friday for me. When I'm done, I'm finished. I call that the head in the barn. I'm done my weekend. Now I'm looking for something to do in Mississippi, and I get that off the Next Stop every time.
Yes.
It was so good to meet you, man. And to see, you know.
Man, that was something, Kamel.
Right.
I told my girlfriend, I was like, that guy's name is Kamel, and I wonder, what is that him? You know, I wonder if that's him. And she said, well, ask. And she walked off, and you guys came back, and man, I was like, acting, I was just something, man. I mean, I ended up, you know what I found out? I figured with you, Mr. Kamel, is that you find the best places to sit. That's how I ended up sitting next to you, man.
I'm a pro, sir. I've been doing this a long time.
He's a pro sitter, Mr. Greg.
You know how you want to go out. You know, you go out and you want to find a tree to sit under. If you're doing something in an open place like that.
That's
so I was looking around, and we were there late. We did get there late. So, and I'm looking for a spot, and I see a spot in between Kamel and a few other people. I said, well, let's ask them if we could just sit there. It was under the tree, and we'll be fine if the sun comes back out. And that's where we sat. And that's how we end up sitting next to Kamel there. Yeah.
Right.
Good people.
I love it. So how long have you been listening to the show, Mr. Greg?
I've been driving trucks for like 30 over the road for like 30 years. So I can't tell you how long. As long as you know what, since I've been in Mississippi and you guys been having the show, and I've been able to catch it. You know, my schedule over the years changed from time to time.
Right.
So,
that's good stuff.
You know, whenever I can catch it, I catch it.
That's good stuff.
I need to do better by going on YouTube and Facebook, that kind of stuff. It doesn't move me. And when I'm home, I always have a little mess of stuff to do. So it's hard to find stuff to get online and see how I do Facebook. Yeah. But I need to though.
Well, thank you.
To catch you guys while I'm out here, that's one of the greatest. It's like it helps me through my day.
Man. Thank you, Greg.
I'll be like, I'm already halfway done with the day, and I got stuff to think about.
That's good stuff.
That's what's up. That means the show's doing what it's supposed to do.
Good, and it got him the Cathead Jam.
Got him the Cathead Jam, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That was fun, and I've been to Cathead once before, and I've always wanted to make it back there, but I went early, and I should have went early this time as well. You know, they do their own alcohol and stuff.
Yeah.
And the time I was there before, I bought some their coffee liqueur and their vodka. Okay. Now, I did it to make White Russian, right? And I'm gonna tell you, when you make a Cathead White Russian compared to the regular Kahlua and Tito's vodka, whatever you're gonna use, when you use the Cathead vodka and the Cathead coffee liqueur, that's a different kind of White Russian.
Right. I love this. Mr. Gray, we're gonna invite you on as a guest, and you just gonna come on and sit in on the show. Well, I thank you.
I'll tell you guys about all the stuff I'm going to be doing in Mississippi, because I don't get to do them all, but when I get one,
that'll work.
I'll start remembering that.
That'll work. Well, look, I thank you so much for letting us call you and you just telling us everything.
I told you I was going to call you. All right.
You did. I was wondering if you forgot about me, Mr. Man. now, I got a face for Mr. Kamel. Now I got to get a face for Stu.
That's right.
The Cal Gardner and.
That's right. That's right. He may have dropped.
Yes, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Greg. Thank you. I'll call you, though. I'll call you. That was good stuff.
Yes, indeed.
That's good stuff, Kamel. That is good stuff.
Right.
And he's a great guy. He could just talk forever.
Man, we had a great time.
I love
great
it.
Time.
I love it. I love it. So shout out to Mr. Greg and his wife and Cathead Jam for bringing us all together.
That's right.
Here's a little bit of what's happening around your neck of the woods before we get into our stops today. One of those stops is the 2025 North Mississippi Hill Country Picnic. The other one, of course, is the Bentonia Blues Festival
both
this
of them
year.
iconic. Yes.
But first up in our What's Happening, it's our friend of MPB, basically, and my friend as well from WJSU, Meredith Michelle. Meredith will be performing at Godfrey's.
Yeah.
I love Meredith. She is my my Aries twin as well. We are Aries twins.
We literally grew up together.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Her sister and her parents were like surrogate parents to me.
Yeah.
We all grew up together.
She sung at my wedding.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I love my Meredith.
But you didn't go to Adiyumbo like me and
I
Meredith
did not.
How did you?
See, that's how long I've been knowing Meredith.
Wow.
She's all our friends.
Yeah, she's all of our friends.
Right.
Meredith, you've been around. Not you ain't old. You ain't.
No, you ain't.
You're not old because she's around my age. We're right there.
Yeah.
But Meredith is going to be performing at Godfrey's tonight, 8 p.m. in Flowood, Mississippi. It says, don't be shy, y'all. Come out, eat good, and groove to Mississippi's finest, which she is. If you've ever seen her do her Tina Turner covers, oh my God.
Wear it out.
Again, that's going to be at Godfrey's flagship in Flowood tonight at 8 p.m. featuring none other than our girl from WJSU, Meredith Michelle.
Meredith Michelle.
She does.
AKA.
Hi, I'm Meredith Michelle.
She don't want nobody to know her name.
Did I do it right?
Bunky.
No, you there you go. Bunky.
That Bunky. That's Bunky.
Yeah,
Bunky.
I'm doing a radio voice.
Do it.
Hi, I'm Meredith Michelle.
That's it right there. Oh my God! If I close my eyes, I
It
would
was
think
her?
It was her.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I
That
can
was
do it. You're listening to the... No, okay. Listen, here's what else is happening. Here's what else is happening around your neck of the woods. It's Juneteenth at Medgar and Murley Evers' home National Monument. That is going to be Thursday, June 19th. It's a big old celebration. That's the black slide, y'all. We running on. It's going to be at Medgar and Murley Evers' home National Monument. Thursday, June 19th, 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. This is a free program that you can take part in specialized tours, learn from the staff talks that happen throughout the day, and listen for the echoes of the Evers family's stories. This is a great, great learning experience, especially in the month of our celebration of Juneteenth.
You gonna say that's the black slide? Were you trying to be funny?
No, I just knew what color I put on the background. I'm innocent. I'm so innocent. Okay. You're trying to get me in trouble. Here's what else is happening around your neck of the woods. It's the Juneteenth Art Soiree. That is going to be happening at Sanaa Gallery with our friend from over there, Lorenzo. So it says, come and join for an evening of culture. They'll have some dynamic new art for every budget, a sampling of Black-owned wines and liquors, and most importantly, good vibes for this celebration of freedom. That is our friend, Lorenzo Gaden.
Lorenzo Gaden, boy, that man can play, too.
Yes, he can.
Woo.
Yes, he really, really can. So y'all make sure y'all get out there. Thursday, June 19th, 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. And finally, around your neck of the woods, it's the Canton Juneteenth celebration. That's going to be happening Thursday, June 19th through Saturday, June 21st. Release from bondage, revitalize community, and reconnect to purpose. They're asking to come walk, come vibe, and come celebrate. It's a free community event with live entertainment, family fun, vendors, and their signature 5K run walk, honoring freedom, culture, and unity in a big way. For more information about all of these events that you hear, make sure you visit our events calendar at mpbonline.org. Click the SIP events calendar.
And also a Juneteenth celebration featuring Dexter Allen at JSU at the Student Center, JSU Student Center.
Come on, Dexter.
That's right, on 12 to 2 on Juneteenth.
All right, make sure y'all get out there. Send that to me.
I will.
Okay, thanks. Listen, when we come back, it's the North Mississippi Hill Country Picnic. You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio.
Hello, I'm Desiree Frazier, host of the award-winning news program, Mississippi Edition. We bring you conversations about the latest news from across the Magnolia State. Whether it's politics, healthcare, or education, you'll hear in-depth discussions on issues that matter to you. So join us each weekday morning at 8:30 on MPB Think Radio, or download the podcast, listen through the app, and online.
Mississippi is a place of deep roots where every story matters and every voice can be heard. At MPB, we stand with our local communities, bringing you the voices of those who shape our state through local programming that reflects our culture across small towns to big cities, from the Delta to the coast. We tell the stories that define us, from the music that carries our voices to the leaders who inspire change. MPB brings you the heart of Mississippi, celebrating Mississippi one story at a time. MPB, your stories, our mission.
At the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience in Meridian, we believe in the power of the arts, storytelling, and education, just like Mississippi Public Broadcasting. MPB connects communities across the state with quality programs that inform, inspire, and engage. Their audience is loyal and appreciative of businesses that support public broadcasting, which makes underwriting on MPB a smart investment. Join us in supporting MPB. Learn more at mpbfoundation.org.
Listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. I'm Jermaine Flood, in with my traveling partners Java Chapman and Kamel King, and we are in the juke joint. Java,
That's what we are.
I know y'all like that little R.L. Burnside right there.
Come on, R.L. Burnside,
Yeah.
straight from the state.
Oh, man.
I love
Rest
it.
in peace to him.
I love it. I love it. Listen, everybody, we are getting into our first stop of the day. It's at the 2025 North Mississippi Hill Country Picnic. They are celebrating their 20th anniversary, Friday, June 27th through Saturday, June 28th. Okay? In Waterford.
Come on.
Waterford.
Come on.
Waterford.
There you go.
Waterford.
Like a U in there.
Waterford is, if you're driving from Oxford to Holly Springs, Waterford is right across the Marshall County line, about a half a mile up, just past the Tallahatchie River.
Okay.
Nice.
What I'm about to say next is going to be annoying. Is there water, and do they drive a lot of Fords?
God dog it, no. I can't believe you asked that.
Like
Well,
a lake?
generally the Waterford Fire Department is one of our sponsors, and they come
They
out
got
and
water.
they take good care
They
of
got
us.
water.
So we got water.
Yeah.
And as for the Fords,
I'm sure some Fords there.
we like to look in the parking lot to see where the tags are to see how many states
There
people
you go.
come from.
That's right.
We usually do about 38 or so states
Nice.
from around the country.
Yeah.
We do not take a survey of the Fords.
I believe it.
And the town of Waterford does not ask us
Right.
to, and therefore.
Right. I hope everybody learned something right then.
We did, Jermaine. And it burnt up a few brain cells
It did.
along the way.
A couple of seconds gone.
We weren't using them.
I know.
Right.
Listen, we've got Frank Cosson in with us. He is with the North Mississippi Hill Country Picnic. Frank, do you just run the whole picnic?
No, ma'am, not by a long shot.
Okay.
The picnic is run by Kenny Brown and his wife, Sarah.
Yeah.
His lovely wife, Sarah, is the one that is in charge. But Kenny Brown, as our Papa Bear.
Okay.
Kenny was the the white guy that played guitar for R.L. Burnside.
That's good stuff.
For all those years when R.L. kind of had his more of a career resurgence in the 90s and early 2000s. And Kenny and Sarah, they both thought it was important to have something dedicated to hill country blues because hill country blues is distinct and different from Delta blues. Delta blues was kind of more of about melodies, and hill country blues, it came more from more of a rhythm tradition.
Right.
It came from that fife and drum tradition
Yeah.
that Otha Turner had up around Como.
Yeah.
And so, being that it's something distinct and different, that's what we try and preserve.
I love it.
The Delta blues is well known,
Right.
and rightfully so.
Yeah.
But we like to keep our little corner.
With
Keep some of the magic going.
With the hill country blues.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm just in love. I think we talked to you last year about the distinctions.
Yes, ma'am.
Between the two.
You did.
And it has the beat is just a little different, right?
It's very different.
It comes from
It's like an upbeat.
It comes from a fife and drum corps tradition. So where it would be, 5, 6, 7 guys all with drums and somebody with a carved bamboo cane fife. And ethnomusicologists, music nerds way smarter than I am, have proven that the Mississippi Hill Country fife and drum tradition is the closest musical relative of the music that they were making in Western Africa in the 16 and 1700s.
Okay.
It is the most primitive native music here in America in relation to the music of Western Africa. And so the blues kind of developed as guitar playing to all these drums.
Yeah.
And so it's more of a driving beat, and it's more of a driving kind of rhythm.
Yeah.
And in the Delta, it was more of like an individual songster playing melodies and stuff in juke joints. And we certainly had juke joints in North Mississippi, in the hill country.
Right.
But the tradition was with picnics.
You
would hear these, drum corps from all around, and they would come and do something all day.
Right.
And that's why we have a picnic.
I love it. I love it. So let's talk about the artists that are on this lineup to give you this flavor of blues.
So this year is our 20th anniversary, and we are really pulling out all the stops. We have, of course, a big passel of Burnsides and Kimbroughs, as we do every year. We've got Dwayne Burnside, we got Gary Burnside, we got Cam Kimbrough, we got, let's see here, we got Kent Burnside.
The lineup is crazy.
Right, Robert Kimbrough.
Yeah.
We have a lot of those. We also have the North Mississippi All-Stars will be returning after about a 2 or 3 year absence. They have a new album coming out. Blue Mountain, another popular North Mississippi band, is doing a show. We're really excited about Elvin Bishop and Charlie Musselwhite.
Okay.
Charlie played the picnic a couple of years ago with a guitar player he brought down from Chicago, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And this show he does with Elvin is a little duo set that I don't think they have performed much in the States, or certainly not in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And we're so excited.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I mean, it's really. We've got all the names, all the big names from picnics past that everybody we could round up: Jimbo Mathis, Eric Deaton, Afrasippy. Yeah,
This is a 20th anniversary.
Sade, of course, and her fife and drum corps.
Yeah.
And I was going to say that. I mean, Sade and keeping on the legacy of Otha Turner, and what I love to see is just the attention that is finally being shed on hill country blues, North Mississippi blues, because it is so distinct, and I think the world is finally unveiling it and understanding it. You got Cedric Burnside, who's jet setting all over the place.
Yeah.
R.L. Boyce, who won a Grammy before he passed. Sade with her Rising Star, fife and drum. All of that is bringing so much attention. And even with the Black Keys covering their album, all of that were all R.L. Burnside and Junior Kimbrough songs. That made them, while I was with Visit Mississippi, they financed the 2 markers for those gentlemen, for Junior Kimbrough and R.L. Burnside. They paid the $20,000 that it took because they did Delta Cream. Their album was all about them. So I'm loving to see the attention that the world is finally putting on hill country blues.
No doubt about it. You know, one of the early Black Keys albums that they did was called Chulahoma, and it was all Junior Kimbrough songs. It was one of the very early albums they did. The Black Keys have also been one of our sponsors for years, and we have been very appreciative of that. Their keyboard player, whose name escapes me, but their touring keyboard player came last year and played with a lot of the acts, and he was just fantastic. He really was fantastic. While I said that, though, I wanted to mention our biggest sponsors are certainly Cathead Vodka from right here in Joshua.
Right. We just talked about them.
Yeah, right.
They are remarkably supportive of live music here in Mississippi, and we really appreciate them. Couldn't do it without them. Also, MAC, the Mississippi Arts Commission, takes very good care of us, as
David
does
Lewis.
Visit Mississippi. As does the Mississippi Hills National Heritage Area.
Good.
And Life Wings Peak Performance. Those are all of our kind of top line sponsors that we absolutely could not do this without.
I love that. I love that. So Betty Davis Barbecue.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm hungry.
That sounds like
it's a world famous place.
It is.
Talk a little bit about that place before you talk about it holding the picnic this year. Hosting the picnic. Basically.
So way back when, Oxford, Mississippi had some squirrely alcohol laws, and you couldn't buy cold beer there. And you couldn't buy beer on Sundays. So right over the county line, in almost any direction you wanted to go, there'd be a store that sold cold beer and beer on Sundays. Well, the Betty Davis store was that store over the Marshall County line, right over the Tallahatchie Bridge. And the Betty Davis store not only had cold beer, they had some fine
barbecue
as well.
Good stuff.
Well, so it is the gentleman who owns the Betty Davis store. It is his land that we use that we do the picnic. That we use for the picnic.
Yeah, that's
area.
okay. That's okay. Right. It's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday.
Indeed.
You don't say, Jermaine.
And so he's there selling barbecue.
Yeah.
He's there selling barbecue. He's there selling fish plates. Yeah. We have food sold on site. People are allowed to bring in coolers. You can bring in kind of anything you want, just as long as it's not glass.
Right.
But we do sell. We do have people selling food and waters and things like that on site.
Good stuff. What time does it all kick off Friday, June 27th?
It all kicks off on Friday. I want to say around 4.
Okay.
Or 4:15, and it runs till midnight. And then on Saturday, things kind of start up. There we go. Okay, things kind of start up early, because we have a stage in the camping area. There's a stage in the camping area that people are going to go on at about 9:30 or 10.
Okay.
But things start up on the main stage, probably just before noon.
Okay.
And it runs till midnight, both nights.
Perfect.
I love it. I love how the picnic has never gotten too far away from its tradition. You guys don't let it get all super corporate. You know, that you have kept the essence of what it really is.
I mean, we would be happy to let it get super corporate if somebody
on
wants
the corporate
to bring
money
us some money
side.
down there.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Clinical. It's not.
The door is still open.
Yeah, sponsors.
It is very much a labor of love.
Yeah.
It is very much a product of its environment and the world we are in. One of the great things about it is it's more of a picnic than a festival. I'd say 2/3 to 3/4 of the musicians all know each other. 2/3 of the fans are there most every year.
That's a family
and
reunion.
all know each other. It is as much a family reunion as it is anything else. And that was no more evident than the first year after the pandemic when we were able to have one in 21. We were kind of one of the first events that people could, and people just came in droves, and it was like a big family reunion.
Right.
Love it.
All you need is them Kimbroughs and them Burnsides, and you got a festival
I know
right there. That's it.
Exactly. They bring everything else.
One guitar and maybe a line dance or two.
Right.
It's a full family reunion. Listen, Frank, let everybody know where they can go get more information about the 20th anniversary of the North Mississippi Hill Country Picnic, featuring more than 20 plus artists. But just FYI, you can't bring glass and you can't bring your pets.
Don't be bringing them glass Coca-Cola bottles like y'all crazy.
No.
And them glass bottles.
You can find our information certainly at our Facebook page, and our website is nmshillcountrypicnic.com.
Okay.
The VIP tickets, which gets you a viewing platform and a free meal or two during the day and some free beverages, those are only available online.
Okay.
And the regular tickets will be available for sale online up until the moment we open the gates, at which point you can buy them at the gates.
That'll work. I
Bring
love
your cash.
it. I love
Bring your
it.
cash.
Frank Cosson, you come on every single time. This time I get to see you in person, and I love having you today. Talking about the 2025 North Mississippi Hill Country Picnic. Java's got good music running in my ears, and I'm trying to hear.
He's a DJ.
And talk at the same time. But you don't go anywhere. We've got none other than Bobby Rush, Miss Lowe, and the famous, legendary Mr. Jimmy Duck Holmes joining the show next segment.
The man got his own stamp.
To talk about the Bentonia Blues Festival. You're listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio.
Measuring Show.
Since 1970, MPB has been enriching the lives of Mississippians.
Everything we do gives us the chance to grow and learn.
With your support, we are always there whenever and wherever you need us. Together through the years, together in the future. Please consider making a donation at mpbfoundation.org. MPB, your stories, our mission.
When the weather turns severe, when breaking news affects your family, when Mississippi needs answers, MPB is there. We provide real-time emergency alerts, trusted news coverage, and live broadcasts of emergency updates. Available on TV, radio, and online. MPB is on the air and by your side every day of the year. Because when it matters most, Mississippi turns to MPB. Mississippi's trusted source. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Together through the years, together in the future. MPB, your stories, our mission.
You're tuned into Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. I'm Jermaine Flood, in with my traveling partners, none other than, of course, you know, the regular olds.
Java, the regular olds.
Java and Kamel. But now we've got some good ones in today.
It's better than good.
Along the trip with us today. I want to go ahead. No, you know what? I want to pass this introduction off to Kamel King.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
You sure you want to do that?
I mean, this is a stack up, and I already know you can do it.
Whew. Let me get myself together.
It'll give
We're
me a
going to
little
start
break
right
too.
here. the original.
Uh-huh.
The only man walking the streets who has ever done what he has done.
Uh-huh.
True blues man.
Okay.
True musician.
All right.
True performer.
Got it.
3 times Grammy Award winner.
That's right.
Like a dad to me.
Uh-huh.
Raised me in the game.
Okay.
Can outperform a 20-year-old or a 200-year-old.
You ain't lied.
One of the best songwriters and music and storytellers ever to walk the face of the earth.
Hands down.
Still on tour like he is 17 years old.
Just came back from Chicago.
Mr. Bobby Rush.
Thank you.
That's one.
That's one.
You got another
We're going to move. Oh, yeah, we're going to keep going.
All right.
If you ever been to the shows and you ever took your eyes off of Mr. Rush, your eyes was on this talented young lady right here.
No doubt.
Okay? This lady right here, when she dropped on the earth at 17 years old, the God above stopped her from aging. She has been all over the world.
Yes.
Getting people into the songs.
Yes.
And now she got her own music out.
I want to be a
Miss Lowe. And coming up next, I know that's right. Look, give it the time it's supposed to have. Miss Loden did her thing.
I know it.
Now, this man right here that I'm introducing next,
okay,
recipient of a Blues Trail marker, one of the few and only real juke joints in this city, in this state.
That's right.
That's still going that people from all over the world come to. You can walk right up and meet this man, but this man has his own stamp, y'all.
Okay.
His hands are on the stamp of Mississippi.
That's right.
Legend, icon. Everybody then sat up under him and tried to get at least a few jewels. Jimmy Duck Holmes.
And he put me in my place this morning. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna let you introduce this young man. I've met. This is my first time meeting him.
Okay, so Mr. Holmes has got a friend. His name is Gilbert. Gilbert Vowell, right? Gilbert.
That's correct.
Gilbert, of course, helps to run Bentonia Blues Cafe. And Gilbert is here helping Mr. Jimmy get toted all the way around through all of his press junkets. But Mr. Gilbert and I have, of course, touched bases on numerous occasions now over the year. My introduction, Gilbert, is not as great as Kamel's for everybody else.
Look, I'm not the star here now, okay? You know, we got it here.
Gilbert Vowell!
So you know, I'm gonna at least say it right.
Listen, I am just so glad to have all of y'all here on behalf of the Bentonia Blues Festival 2025, happening Thursday, June 19th through Saturday the 21st at Blue Front Cafe. I mean, all the way from everybody. Bobby Rush featuring Miss Lowe. Of course, Jimmy Duck Holmes, Chris Gill, the Soul Shakers. I mean, Honey Child, Nick Wade. You just literally have everybody at this Bentonia Blues Festival. Gilbert, let everybody know where they need to be, what time it's all kicking off, a little bit about that, and then we're going to pass it through.
Okay, on Thursday the 19th, we're starting off with Nick Wade, and then following it is the Arts Council that did the mentorship program. They're going to do, Jimmy and Chris Gill will do a show to finish off that, which was nice to work with them on that, and then follow right in with Chris Gill, and then Bobby Rush will be closed out Thursday night. We'll start a open mic at 12 noon on Friday. We'll follow in the 4 till 4 o'clock, and then we'll have a little rest, and we'll start into the lineup, and Jimmy will play as usual on each night, and then Candace Ivory from St. Louis will close out on Friday night, and then basically repeat on Saturday. But we have one thing special on Saturday is we're going to do the release party of Jimmy's album that is being released June the 17th on all platforms. So all the musicians that was on the album will be playing with Jimmy on Saturday night at 6 o'clock, and we'll close out with Kent Burnside Band.
That'll work. That'll work.
21st.
I love it. I
Album
love it.
coming out.
We
That's
got to
what I'm
pull
talking
some of that hill country blues down here to Bentonia.
Right. Mr. Jimmy, how you feel about this new album dropping?
I don't like people to ask me that. From the bottom of my heart.
He done got me again. It's number two. It's number two. He done got me again.
It's not about the album. Seriously, in my heart, it's about the people who want to hear it.
That's right.
See, an album is a piece of material.
You're right.
Next year, you don't know where it is. But people, your fan.
That's right.
They're gonna stay with you until they die.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Dead serious. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed doing the album with the guys I did it with. But the most important thing to me, you invited me down here.
That's right, and you came, and that's the most important thing to me.
Bobby knows there's something you can't put a price tag on. Miss Lowe knows the same thing. Something you cannot put a price tag on. That's right. And that's where I am. The album, I'm excited about it. But at the end of the when you gonna do another album?
Like I just put one
Tell him
out.
I just did it. You got to go back and listen to that one.
But anyway, it's scheduled to be released, you say, on the 21st, I believe.
Well, that'd be their little party, yeah. But it'll be released on all streaming platforms and all on June the 17th.
Okay. I love that.
Could I just share something with you in line with the Blue Funk Cafe?
Yeah.
And my personal friend, or whoever, Bobby, he reminded me every now and then about him coming to the Blue Funk Cafe. And I don't want to tell, I can tell it now because it's old. My mama's bootlegging moonshine whiskey. I can tell it now.
I love it.
But anyway, it goes back a long, long way. Now, Bobby can attest to something. Now, I don't want to take up all the time.
That's all right.
And I want to clear up something about a juke joint and a juke house. Totally different.
Okay.
Same activity.
Okay.
A juke joint, licensed by the state. Juke house might be your house. I'm serious. Bobby knows about it. You go to them juke house, you party all night long. You ain't had no curfew.
Yeah.
A juke joint, which is I run the Blue Funk Cafe, was licensed. You had a certain time to sell alcohol. But if either one, you had a place in your house where you entertain people, gambling, moonshine. Illegal.
Illegal.
I'm sick.
That's
But
right.
it was the same activity.
That's going on.
Juke joint, juke house. Two different things.
I know that's right.
Same activity.
Education right there.
One was licensed, one wasn't.
That's right.
Right. I love this. Well, you got anything to add?
Bobby, they was all over Jackson with them.
It was just like moonshine and a little whiskey, you know. Moonshine, you didn't have no license to sell it, but moonshine you did. You know? But anyway, they made a law that you must have a license to sell it because the government has to get its piece of the action.
Get its piece of the money.
And,
You gonna have any on the 19th?
Don't tell it.
No, I won't have it.
We don't need ABC on the line.
Being honest, it's not illegal for me to say this. I guarantee if you holler moonshine, somebody gonna come up with something.
I know
That's right.
So ain't nothing wrong with me saying that.
That's right.
I love this. Okay, let's get into Miss Lowe and Mr. Bobby Rush.
Yeah.
One of the big featured performers Thursday night, 8 p.m. At Bentonia Blues Festival. Miss Lowe, though, I have to get into you because you are now an artist yourself. And I follow you. I don't know if you see my name liking all your posts, but I want to be you. I've been wanting to be you since I was younger. I just know I can't, and I told Mr. Bobby I can't be Miss Lowe. But just congratulations on your new work that you put out and just everything you've accomplished over all these years.
Thank you. It's been amazing 26 years
Yes,
under
ma'am.
this pioneer.
Yes, ma'am.
And I am Ms. Lowe. One and only Ms. Lowe.
Right.
And I'm continually recording and doing some things. And on the 19th, we will be in Bentonia. I think
yes,
it's
ma'am.
the 53rd anniversary. I call it Gut Bucket Blues. Gut Bucket.
Define it, Ms. Lowe. What does that mean?
It's Bobby blues music is funky.
Yeah.
He has gut bucket blues music to me. My music is more mortification of today in music, and I try to put a lot of ingredients in it. As Bobby is writing, Bobby is my writer, so Bobby will write it. I would share my concept, what I think, but Bobby is always the one to perfect what I'm doing. All right? So, but still, it makes me cultivate me as into what I'm doing.
I love it.
And it always give me that sensual style. And I love, elegance and classes is what I represent.
I love it.
So still, I just want everyone to be at the Bentonia Blues Festival, the Blue Funk Cafe, on June 19th.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am. I love that. And then, of course, my friend.
Mr. Rush, Mr.
You know
Rush.
you met my brother. You met my brother the other day at the Centers premiere in Clarksdale.
He told me.
Yeah.
He told me. I told him the truth. I said, God, you look well, but you don't look good to your sister. Yeah, I bet it.
Listen, I had to talk about him a little bit because he handed me something to bring, and he said he wanted you to sign it. So I brought this harmonica. He's got a little case.
Oh.
I can't play it like. That's all I can do.
That's probably all I can do.
Did you just do that in a room full of blues musicians?
Oh, Lord, don't.
Keep practicing. You
hit one note. But I brought it in just so that you could sign it.
I will do it. I will do it.
Yes, sir. But yes.
Thank you, brother.
I thank you for coming on every single time I call you. Whenever I call you, you're good to come on. How you feeling about this Bentonia Blues Festival?
I feel good about it. Like Jimmy said, it's not about the money issue with me. It's about the friendship and the music and the community. And I'm hoping that I'll be a part of bringing something to the people that they can't get just anywhere.
Right.
You can't get it. And Jimmy explained, this almost to me like a jug house, not a jug joint.
Right.
Because it's a jug joint now because he got a license. But we started when it was a jug house. Jug house and very little money. I remember playing places like that, other places, where I was making $7.50, me and the band, not just $7.50. Wow. So,
Goodness. I love it.
And we had to sell box supper. Box supper means you sell dinners. The dinners were 25 cents a piece. The man would fix me 4 of them. I would sell 3 of them, that's 75 cents, and eat 1.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and make
take
it back.
Take my other dollars. Take my other dollar and put it with that. I count pretty well. Don't read well, but that's $2.25.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Quick math. Quick math.
He came up.
I want to interject something with this guy right here now about Bobby. And I thinks about it pretty much daily. Now, if he's got time, he's going to come by to holler at me.
That's right.
Blues Fund. Let me tell you what he did the last time he come by. He stopped by. We chatted 25, 30 minutes. He said, well, Jim, I got to go. I said, who driving you? He said, you looking at him.
That's right. Right.
I'm talking about himself. I'm serious.
I know.
No entourage, no driver.
I said, who driving you? He said, you looking at him.
Yeah.
In that big old van.
He be driving that Sprinter and everything.
Yeah.
And I gotta ask both of y'all this while we got a little bit of time.
Sharp.
And I especially gotta ask you this. What's y'all driving force? I mean, I need y'all to try to put into words that driving force. Y'all keep going, you keep touring, you keep writing, you keep putting out projects. The burn, you could be sitting at the house.
You keep driving yourself around.
You keep driving yourself around. And I don't know that these kids got the same thing that's built into y'all. Can y'all put that into words for both of y'all?
Well, I can tell you now, but my drive come from within. And I know one thing, that a man can live a long time without water or food, but you can't live long without hope. And I still have hope. I'm still learning. I'm still experiencing things that I cannot do, and I strive on the thing that I cannot do because the thing you can do take care of itself. So that's my drive force, and thanking God for where I am now, because when I think about what it could have been, I'm so thankful for what it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy, how you feel
Well,
about
my
it?
driving force is can't do the things I used to do. Thank God to let me do the things that I can do.
That's right.
Now, and Bobby can attest to this. The night you go home and nothing on the agenda to do tomorrow, you're in trouble.
Wow.
If they ain't doing nothing but going sightseeing or shopping, I mean, if I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, you're in trouble.
Right.
Right. That go for anybody. If you go to bed at night, Bobby know this, with nothing on your mind or nothing on your agenda for tomorrow, you're in trouble.
Oh, he just said something right there.
See,
Well, I'm glad he said that because I'm looking to have trouble. I want some trouble.
Because you always got something to do.
Listen. I want both of y'all to get me in a little trouble right now. Mr. Jimmy has brought his guitar.
Yeah.
We've got it plugged in. I just went around the corner. I seen another harmonica on the other side of the table.
Gilbert made me bring it.
And so I know he did, but I told Gilbert to make you bring it.
Thank you, Gilbert.
Y'all are welcome.
Mr. Jimmy, play a little something for me. That way I can get. I'm not gonna play the harmonica.
Please don't
at all.
Look me direct in my face.
Yes, sir.
He said, play something for you.
Play
For
something
you.
for
That's
me.
what he's gonna do.
Okay, I'm here. I'm right on you.
Look at him now.
I'm looking at him.
Gut Bucket Blues.
If you keep on living, you gonna get old someday. If you keep on living, you gonna get old someday. You gonna wake up one morning, look in the mirror, you gonna be the ball of gray. They say age ain't nothing but a normal. Don't let it get over close. But I tell you, it ain't nothing but a lie. If you keep on living, you sure gonna get old, and you sure gonna die.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Yes, Lord.
Miss Lowe
like it is,
explained
all I
it.
know.
You explained it perfectly.
That was great.
She
Miss Dawn.
explained it perfectly.
Gut Bucket Blues.
It's Gut Bucket Blues.
Exactly.
It's Gut Bucket Blues.
That was great.
Explains it
Yes,
perfectly.
you did.
And it's authentic.
You gonna get old.
That's right.
Authentic.
And you're gonna be a ball of gray.
Now,
Ball of
Mr.
Yeah.
Rush, is there any way you can help me play this harmonica before we get out of here?
Yeah.
What do I need to? Which hole do I need to put my lip on?
This is Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
It's got
coming to our
numbers. It's
airwaves.
numbered, Kamel. There's different numbers on these holes.
How about countdown for 1, 2, 3?
Okay.
And on the catch your number. 1, 2, 3 is what? What's the number?
1,
2, 3. What's the third one?
3.
3. You blow the 1 and 2.
Okay.
Now.
Oh, together.
No. Just blow 1 and 2. You suck on 3.
We're gonna need another hour for this show.
That's the truth. That's what you do.
Like that.
Yes. Now this. You suck on the third. That's the raw note.
I think I did it.
That's the raw note.
I think I did it.
Now everybody will look at, but that's the draw
Well,
note.
Bobby, you should have class then.
Yeah, I can do that.
I love
It's been a class.
Listen, we ain't leaving nowhere, but you've
Do
been
it
listening.
again.
Hey, you don't know the hard part.
Do it
about
again.
Big long, or you got to inhale.
Like
It
that.
should sound like this.
We ain't leaving. You've been listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. You better come back next Friday because we've got a whole nother star-studded lineup for you on Next Stop. We've got a book release and a signing, and it comes with a whole bunch of people.
That's right.
Plus Kamel King. You've been listening to Next Stop Mississippi on MPB Think Radio. Like that.
Keep doing it.
I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
There you go.
Every time
Exactly.
you do it, you get
I ain't
better
able to
and
do
better
it.
and better. And then you enhance it.
I know it. I'm gonna get a marker though. I'm gonna get you a